Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is good to see you guys, as usual. So, I wanted to do a video, a little Q&A about the movie 5 Feet Apart, because I just don't want to quit talking about it. First of all, I loved the movie so much, and it was so close and dear to me, and I just really appreciated the movie. And anyways, so I actually posted a post about the movie, and the guy that made the movie, Justin Baldoni, the director of the movie, actually commented on my post, and I will put that here. But yeah, I was super excited about that. I thought that was amazing, and I just felt so honored that he commented on my video. Yeah, look at my little pathetic braid. This is what happens when you cut your hair and regret it. I regret cutting my hair, but there's nothing I can do about it now except get extensions, and that's what I'm going to do. Sorry I don't look my best right now. I just had a chill day, didn't really do any makeup. I literally just put on clear mascara, and I know you can't see it, but my eyelashes actually look really long because I put on clear mascara, and then I put on, I used the eyelash curler and curl my eyelashes. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this video. So, back on with the glasses. I'm going to be smart Alex today. Okay, so I have my little journal here, and I wrote down all of my questions. This is my journal. I've had it for a while now. I actually got it in the hospital. I have so many journals from the hospital. Here's another one, actually, that I just recently got from the hospital as well. I always need journals because I always forget to bring my journal when I go to the hospital, and then they bring me journals because I like to write. It kind of helps with my depression and anxiety while I'm there. So yeah, and I got my little book with me. I've actually been reading. If you know me, I don't read, but like I am on page 124. Like I am reading the crap out of this book, and I've only had it for like 4 days. So yeah, this is a very good book so far. It's a little bit different than the movie. They get a little bit more in the details, but anyways, we'll get into that. Alright, so let's go ahead and start this Q&A. Alright, so first question. Do you feel like the movie did a good job portraying what people with CF actually go through? Now, for that question, I just want to say this. Every person that has CF, everybody's story with CF is different. So what I go through may not be the same case for another CF patient because everyone is different. It's kind of like everyone is like their own, everyone does their treatments differently. Everyone kind of deals with it differently, like mentally and emotionally and everything like that. Sorry, that's bothering me. I'm going to put it down here. But yeah, so everyone kind of deals with it differently. Did they portray CF like what we actually go through? Yes, we do go through a lot of the things that was in that movie. Have I went through every single thing in that movie? No, I have not had a lung transplant. I'm not even close to needing a lung transplant. Hopefully I never do. I pray to God that I never have to get a lung transplant. But we never know. Like, CF is from that movie, you can tell, very, very unpredictable, and you never know what's gonna happen. It's just a very unpredictable. But anyways, it's just very different for everyone, and I do feel like they did a very, very good job on portraying CF, and the 3 patients that they did have. I feel like they did a great job with them. I feel like they each were different, but they all were fighting the same disease. So I just thought it was really cool how they portrayed that in the movie. Next question. What would you say to those annoying and disrespectful girls in the movie theater? Well, what would I say? I actually really thought about this when I left the movie theater, because there was more than 2 disrespectful girls. There was other disrespectful people in the movies that were laughing and stuff at parts that were not funny at all. And me, as a CF patient, I would say, first of all, you are laughing so loud that I cannot hear the movie. Second of all, I have cystic fibrosis. I would really like to watch this movie. I go through what these people are going through. I do not think it's funny. I think that you should be a little less disrespectful, because you never know if you're sitting next to someone who literally is going through that. And if you're laughing at parts that are like very, very sad. I realize everybody deals with things differently, and there are people that laugh at sad situations, but these girls were just literally just laughing and being disrespectful just because they felt like it. And I did not feel like that was okay, and I really was angry about that. And when I left the movie theater, there was also another girl who didn't even have CF. Obviously, I could tell she didn't have CF. And you know, you can just tell. But anyways, and she said, that movie was so not believable at all. That was so stupid. What I would say to her is, first of all, if you don't have CF, then you have no right to say if that was believable or not, because you've not lived any of that. I have, and yeah, it's just, there's a lot of things that I would say, you know, because I go through that, and I think it's very disrespectful if you are laughing at someone's pain and sitting right behind me. And you could tell I had my mask on, had oxygen on. I mean, I had my purple shirt on that said breathing is my superpower. So I mean it was kind of obvious that I had cystic fibrosis. So I think those girls were just being disrespectful. And I mean, I did once look behind me, and I was like, what's funny? You know? Anyways, next question. What parts were the hardest parts to watch as a CF patient? I mean, literally kind of everything. Like, it was a mess. There was so many parts in that movie that I was like, wow, like, that's just really, really hard to watch. Let's see. This will have some spoilers in it, so if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this video. But anyways, I'd say the first part that was really, really hard to watch was when they were in the pool and they were sitting next to each other, and Will was like talking, and he said, you know, I really think about that last breath that we'll have, you know, talking about dying. And he said, like, basically we'll be drowning, you know, because they were in a pool and they were talking about drowning, and they said we'll basically be drowning in our own mucus, like our own lungs. And he was like, and I think about those last moments, just drowning and not being able to breathe and suffocating. And that was a really hard part to watch. Another very, very hard, difficult part to watch was when Poe was talking about being in a relationship and how it is really hard to be in a relationship when you have a chronic illness like cystic fibrosis. And he was talking about, he was like, when I die, you know, they're going to have to handle that. They're going to have to take care of that. Like, and he was like, I don't want to put that off on them. When I'm in the hospital, they have to deal with that. They don't, you know, it's just, it's stressful. It's very stressful to have a relationship and have CF. That is very true. Another very, very, very hard part to watch was, there's just so many I don't even know. I literally am trying to think of all the parts, but there's so many. Oh, and when Poe passed away, of course, that was, oh gosh, that was bad. I was bawling my eyes out. And because he was just there and he was gone in just a split second. And that can happen with CF, you know. You get really, really sick really, really fast. I think he had a collapsed lung from struggling to breathe so bad, and he just passed away. That was really, really hard to watch. When Stella went to her room and just starting, like, this part I could relate to so much. She starts knocking over all her medicines off her med cart. She starts like getting everything off the walls, throwing everything, just like destroying her room because she's so mad. She just lost her best friend to CF, and she's screaming, I didn't even get to hug him. I didn't even get to hug him. And that, oh gosh, that really hit me because I'm like, that's so relatable. Like, that's so freaking relatable. I've lost 9 friends to cystic fibrosis, and I didn't get to hug any of them. And it's like, I'm going to get emotional talking about this one. I had this friend, she was just going through a lot. We were in the hospital, and she was, we were both gowned, had gloves on, both had gowns on, gloves on, mask on, you know, because she has bacteria that I don't have, and I have a bacteria that she doesn't have. So we were sitting there, and she was telling me everything that she was going through. She was going through a lot, that hospital stay, a lot. And I just started crying, and I was like, I really want to hug you right now. Like, I just want to hug you so bad, because, I mean, when when your friend or when your family member or someone is hurt or sad, you want to hug them. You want to be there for them. You just really want to hug them. And with CF, you can't hug your friends. You can't do that because you'll get each other really sick. And that sucks really bad. That definitely, like I said, I could relate to that in many, 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 many ways. And when she was knocking down all her medicines and everything, saying, like basically, like, I'm done, like, I give up, like, this is stupid, like, why am I doing all this? And when they said, this whole time I've been living from my treatments instead of doing my treatments so that I can live. And I, like, that's how I feel. Like, I want to do my treatment so that I can live, so that I can do what I want to do, so that I can be a nurse if I still want to be a nurse, or do whatever I want to do. I want to do that, you know? I don't want to do my treatments just to do them. Like, live just for my treatments. Literally. That's just not a life. That's depressing, and that's not a life. But I don't want to talk about this for too long because I don't want to make this video too long. But yeah, I definitely, there was way so many parts that were hard to watch. And the last part that I'll mention was the end, when he said, I love you and I have to let you go, and he had to leave her and everything. And I don't even want to go over that part because I'll start crying again. But that was very hard to watch. It shattered my heart into little pieces. But yeah, every part in that movie was basically hard to watch. So yeah. Which scene made you laugh the most and why? There was not that many funny scenes just because it was such a serious, respectful movie, and I love how they were so respectful. I respect Cole Sprouse and Haley Lou Richardson and Justin Baldoni, the director of the movie. I respect them all so much because they didn't make jokes that we would find offensive. You know, they had that dark humor, which I liked that because us CFers, we do have that dark humor. Because we've lived with this disease so long, and sometimes you have to make jokes, you know, you just have to. And Claire Weinland, they said they made the movie because of her, which she is such an inspiration. She was an amazing, amazing human being. I think it's amazing how they made the Claire Place Foundation and the playhouse that they made at the hospital. Oh my goodness, amazing. I respect them so much, and I think it's awesome that they made the movie because of her. But, like, she had the dark humor, and her friends had the dark humor. I watched that documentary that Justin Baldoni did about her, and I watched it the other day. I stumbled across it. After watching some interviews about 5 Feet Apart, I stumbled across her video, which I've already watched it millions of times, but I watched it again because I just love it so much, so I watched it a lot. And, I was in tears watching it, now knowing that she's passed on. But, yeah, she was awesome. And they did make some scenes that were funny, like some of their little things that Will would say. I want to call him Cole Sprouse, but Will, in the movie, he always had some funny jokes that he would say. I can't remember a certain part that was really funny. Oh, yeah. When Stella FaceTimed him and was like, "Are you doing your vest?" And he just had the camera up on his eyeballs. And he's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Let me see." And he's like, "No." Because he wasn't doing it. And his voice wasn't vibrating. And you could tell if you're doing your vest or not. It was funny. But anyways, was the movie medically accurate? Now, from what I watched of it, yes. I think it was medically accurate. I think, they had ports, they had G-tubes. One of my CF friends, he actually pointed out they weren't hooked up to their port very often, which I didn't understand that because, like, they didn't have to pull a pole around at all. And when I'm in the hospital and all my other CF friends are in the hospital, we have to pull our poles around 24/7. Not just oxygen tanks, like poles too. The IV pole thing. Because we're hooked up, like, basically on continuous IVs. And in the movie, they weren't. So I didn't understand that. They had the vest, they had the actual nebulizers, and they put little things in there that only CF patients would notice, which was really cool. Like doing their nebulizers, she had the tongue thing face down, which is what I do, so it doesn't squirt at you, because it'll get your face soaked. But anyways, yeah. Next question. What parts of sneaking around the hospital with others and stuff did you relate to? Yes, I have snuck around the hospital and escaped my room when I was supposed to stay in my room, because they used to say, like, you're not allowed to leave your room there for a while. That was about 5 years ago. They would make you stay in your room. And no, that was longer. That was about 6-7 years ago when I was real young, and I was like, heck no, I'm not gonna sit in this room. I'm a little kid. I want to go roam around the hospital and hang out with the nurses. So yeah, I would sneak out of my room and stuff. When you left the movie theater, how were you feeling? That's a very, very good question. I was feeling very inspired and very sad. I was bawling my eyes out, walking out the movie theater. I was with my cousins, and I was sitting with them. And I had to, like, when the movie ended, I literally had to sit in the chair that I was sitting in and, like, catch my breath, like, pull myself together, because I was crying for about 5 minutes after the movie had ended, and my cousins were like, "Are you okay?" I was like, yeah, it's just that really hit home. But yes, that was very inspiring. I felt so inspired. I was like, you know, what I was feeling when I left that theater, I was like, I really hope that everyone looks at us CF patients differently and knows what we go through now. And I have gotten a lot of messages of people saying, wow, like, I didn't know that CF was that bad. I didn't know you had to go through stuff like that. It's kind of frustrating because I'm like, you know, just because that movie came out doesn't mean I just started going through that. I went through that my whole life, you know, and I'm just glad that it has raised awareness and that people are noticing, wow, you go through that, like, that's crazy. Have you ever gotten in trouble with your doctors about the 6 feet apart rule? Yes, I have. I have gotten in trouble about that rule a lot, actually. First time, it was one of my friends, the one I talked about where I said I couldn't hug her. She's actually my age. She's around my age. She's super sweet, super cute. I love her to death. We actually got in a lot of trouble in peds. When I was in peds, we got in a lot of trouble for hanging out. They put us next door to each other, and we're the same age, we have the same disease, and expected us not to hang out. And I'm like, guys, it's a little bit your fault. But we did wear gown, gloves, masks, everything, being around each other. But it did cause a lot of drama, and I don't recommend it. Yeah, but I am so glad that I got to meet her and that we got to spend the time together that we did, even though we got in trouble for it. Yeah, so I have got in trouble for that. And I've gotten in trouble with another person. I think it might have just been her, I don't know, but they like threw a fit. They basically kicked me out of peds once I turned 18. So yeah, they take it very seriously, so don't recommend it. Have you ever missed out on things because of the hospital? Yes, I have missed out on many, many, many things. I have missed out on my first prom. I missed out on all my school dances besides one prom. I almost missed my graduation. I came home one day before graduation, literally. I missed out on pretty much all of my tests. My ACT, I had to take it at a different time because I missed out on that. ACT, is that what it's called? I don't know. I'm not good at school at all because they basically passed me along and they didn't teach me anything. So yeah, I did not do good in school at all. Missed out on so many things. Missed out on trips with my friends that I was supposed to go on, but didn't get to go because I went in the hospital. I missed out on my cousin's bachelorette party. A lot of things with her wedding dress try-on thing, like everything. And that really made me feel like crap because I really wanted to go to all of those things. But the hospital had other plans. Missed out on my 5th birthday. I was in the hospital for that. A lot of holidays. Okay, anyways, next question. Why do you guys have to wear masks and can't be around each other? That's pretty much been answered in the movie, if you haven't watched it. We can give each other's bacteria. A normal person can just get rid of a bacteria. It doesn't get in their lungs, but with us, our mucus in our lungs is so thick and sticky that if someone coughs on us that has CF, we probably will get the bacteria. And B. cepacia is the worst bacteria to get, and that is what Will has in the movie, and that is why he is so sick. And it is a very scary bug. I culture Pseudomonas and MSSA, which is staph, not MRSA, MSSA. So yeah, it's very scary. One time I cultured a cousin to B. cepacia, not B. cepacia, but a cousin to it, and I got rid of it, thank God, but it was scary. Next question. What was my favorite part of the film and what was the saddest? My favorite part, I don't know, there's so many good parts. I loved when they all had that little surprise party in the cafeteria. I thought that was so cute. I love their little dates that they were going on. The pool part. Oh, goodness. Where they showed each other's scars, and he still said she was so beautiful. Oh, my goodness. I loved that. I loved every part of the movie. It was amazing. Sorry. That, like, best movie I've ever seen. Honest. How accurate did you think the movie was? I thought it was very accurate. Like I said. Did you feel connected to a certain character in the movie? If so, who and why? And this is the last question. And I like that question. I felt connected to each one of them for different reasons. Stella, I felt connected to because she doesn't want to die. She really doesn't want to die. Dying is actually one of my biggest fears. So I relate to her with that, and I relate to, obviously, the fact that she has cystic fibrosis. I relate to the fact that sometimes you just want to give up, and you just want to slam things all over the place and break things, because, yes, I have gone there. You just want to throw your pills across the room, like, you just are over it. I totally understand that. With Poe, I related to him when he talked about relationships and how hard it is to have relationships with CF. Told you that. With Will, I related to some of his little dark humor jokes. I related to the fact that he just has this presence about him that he's like, I am over this. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be in the hospital anymore. I want to go explore. I don't want to just do my treatments 24/7. I want to have a life. Like, CF has taken over my life, and I want to have a life without it, you know? Like, I totally understand that. I just relate to all of them in different ways for different things. They all did amazing in their parts, and I am very proud of the movie. This might be the last video I make about the movie. I might make more. I'm not sure. It just depends on if I can think of anything else to make about the movie. I can't stop thinking about it just because it's such a big deal. And I will continue to post about it and continue to encourage people to go see it. Go see the movie if you haven't seen it already. 5 Feet Apart. It's in theaters everywhere. Please go see it. It is an amazing, amazing movie. And it is more than just a sad love story. It is, oh gosh, it's just so good. And it's so inspiring and so raw, and it's not sugar-coated. It's what us CFers go through on a daily basis. This is our lives. And I definitely recommend you go see it. Now, I got home, when I literally came in my room and laid in the, not laid in the floor, got on my knees in the floor and just started, bawling my eyes out for about 20 minutes because I was just like, wow, that movie really hit home. But yeah, so it's a good movie. I definitely recommend anyone who doesn't have CF, go watch it. If you don't know what CF is, go watch it. If you want to see a really good movie, go watch it. I just really, really recommend this movie. And yeah, like I said, I don't want you to go in thinking, oh, this is just some sad love story, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's not what I want you to think. I want you guys to think, oh, I'm getting taught about CF, you know. This is what CF patients go through. This is going to raise awareness. And another thing, guys, if you got money, I know a good way to spend it. Even if you just donate a freaking $1, whatever, go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. It is online. I think it's just cysticfibrosisfoundation.com.org something. You'll find it, trust me. Go donate money, please. We need a cure. We need new medicines, and CF is so underrepresented, and it really needs more awareness, and it needs people like you to donate. So please go donate. You can also donate to the 5 Feet Apart movie. They are donating it all to the CF Foundation, which is awesome. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of the announcements I have to say. I am probably being admitted to the hospital tomorrow. It depends on what my PFTs are. Go follow my Instagram, guys, if you haven't yet. I'll link it below, description below, and I'll link the trailer for 5 Feet Apart in the description below and all that good stuff. So like I said, go watch the movie, donate to the CF Foundation, do something good, read 5 Feet Apart, the book. It is also good. I'm not done with it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be really good. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. And I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.